Alaska, the new album is more like a solo, even just some songs have just my voice and two guitars. So it's really it's simpler, like in instrumental wise. So there's no drums or whatever. There's some percussion for sure, and I played every instrument on this album, so different than on Tennessee. And there's some piano, some guitars, some bass, some percussions, and my voice. So this is first thing that's different, and I recorded it on the go, where just where I've been.
This is Rob Ruckus.
Hey, this is Kate Clover.
Hey guys, it's Nick Collins here from The Effect and Better Strangers.
Hi, my name is Madeline Rose.
Hey, it's Ben McKelvey.
It's Tim Howard here from Mike and the Mechanics.
Hello, I'm Amanda Lehman.
I'm Billy Harvey.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Casey Sampson from the band Twist Stop.
Hey, it's Tony from Fastball.
Hello, everybody. My name is Isaiah Mitchell.
Hey, guys, it's Matt here from the White Lakes.
You're listening to Almost Famous Magazine.
Come join us for this interview. Check it out, Almost Famous Magazine.
Welcome back, everybody, to The Hang right here on Almost Famous Magazine. I'm your host, Scott Saldinger. Thank you for joining us, where we hang with musicians and artists from all genres, sharing their stories in their own words. If you're new to the podcast, please subscribe and share. You know what to do. You can also now take us on the go. So you can take The Hang wherever you listen to your podcasts. We're now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more. I'll be honest, everybody, I've been looking forward to this episode for a while now. We're going to welcome back our good friend and friend of that podcast, Jack McBannon. We last spoke to him during the release of his first full English language album, Tennessee, and that's got to be about almost a year and a half or so ago. He's had some incredible journeys that we're going to talk about today. And on December 12th, he's back with his second album in English, Alaska. So, Jack, welcome back to The Hang. Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, it's great to see you, Scott. It's been too long, man.
It has been, and look, we got to hang out a couple times on this great adventure you took. Let's kind of get everybody caught up to where you are. You did something rather daring, a little bit different. You took some risk, and you bought a truck in Germany, and then did what? Tell everybody the story.
Yeah, I bought my truck almost 2 years ago in Germany, and then shipped it over to the States last year September, and drove all the way through from east to west to California to the factory of Four Wheel Campers. That's the brand, and bought the truck camper, put it on the back, and this is where I'm living now full time since then. And beforehand, I sold almost everything I owned, and I decided to do the life of a nomad. And actually, this is where I am right now. This is the inside of my home.
Yeah, and you named your home, didn't you?
Oh yeah, it's James. My truck's called James, and this is where I'm living. And right now I'm parked in Germany, but I got back to Europe in late April after this trip you were referring to.
Well, what was the impetus of the trip, and how did it impact you to cross the country? I mean, you went from the East Coast to the West to the South, and then all the way up north to Alaska and back. What were some of the most impactful moments from that trip that have really kind of lasted with you and influenced some of your writing for this new album?
Oh, that's almost too many to mention, but it's for most of the time it's been being out there in the wild. Actually, if it's Utah, if it's up there in Alaska, like you said, and it's that was my first time ever to being alone, of being alone out there in the wild for like weeks or even longer, and without seeing anybody, and so this has been the biggest like new thing and also challenge for sure. But it does get lonely sometimes out there, but it's fascinating and really yeah, I would do that right now again. So yeah, and I'm like I said, I miss it, but and it's the great thing is that you can go anywhere, right? Because you have everything you own with you. So and I visited you, right, in Dallas. So this is also something you can go to France and stay there for a couple days or whatever, and you don't need to like you don't miss some of your stuff because you have everything with you. So yeah, but like I said, the biggest new thing and biggest adventure was being out there in the wild, and straight at number one is Alaska for sure.
Why is Alaska number one in your well, I mean, forget that, of course, number one in your book, which we'll talk about, a book that you're putting out a little later, but what made Alaska so special for you?
Um, I've been dreaming about going to Alaska for 20 years now. So and it's like for someone who grew up in Europe, it's Alaska is so far out there and so far away and so different. It was in my dreams, and it actually is like as I've seen it. But and it's just the nature the and I love, I gotta say, I love the cold, I love winter, and I got up I went up there in January and February. So everybody told me, when you're going up to Alaska in a camper, don't go in January and February. So and but I did that because I really wanted to see the Alaska I've been dreaming of for those, like I said, 20 years. And it's yeah, it's I've been a traveler for almost all my life and an adventurer, and so Alaska is like something like the holy grail of of traveling, and as an adventurous traveler, it is. So yeah.
Well, I mean, previously, before you'd done this, of course, you'd spent time in Tennessee, obviously, first album's
Mm-hmm.
name, and you previously lived for a while in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on America compared to where you grew up, and kind of the environment that you see over in Europe where you live? What were some of the things that maybe have been new or different or dawned on you about the country as you traveled from coast to coast?
um Yeah, I gotta say the nature is up there because, like the very like wide open country. We don't have it like this here in Europe. It's too many people to have this kind of wilderness, right? So and and I love that as your country is so big, you have like all the different nature out there. You can go like you said. I've been started. I started this last journey in the east, and the east of the states is pretty much like Europe, like some parts of Europe, like nature wise. I mean, they were like go driving through Maine and everything. It kind of looks like parts of Europe where I grew up, and then it when you slowly head west and the nature is like it's like in the movies, the movies I've always seen, and it's getting more special in every state, and more like mind blowing, and this is one thing, the nature, the wide open country, and I actually love the people because I for sure everybody when I got back here, everybody was asking myself how are the Americans like with a political stuff going on there, and I just met great people. Like people, every time they were asking me who I am and where I'm from, and when I said like, yeah, I'm from Germany, everybody said like, yeah, welcome to America, and can I help you some and whatever, and it's I love the people. I gotta say that, and I just that's something I feel really I do feel different when I'm in the States than when I'm here. It's totally different. I cannot really I tried for myself, try to put it into words and try to narrow it down to the feeling, but I really can't. It's just different. It's different, and I feel different, and I love it. I love it. There's something when I'm in the States, I'm even more adventurous and even more like open. I don't know. I'm struggling to find the right words, but this is kind of what it feels.
As someone who witnessed it, because we saw each other not once but twice while you were here in the States, and we had the chance to get out a little bit in the Dallas area. It's almost like there were moments when you had this look on your face, like it was a kid on Christmas morning opening the best gift he'd ever gotten. That's the
Oh
best way
yeah,
I can explain
that's a
it.
man. I love it. Yeah, that's right. That's pretty much how it feels like. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a great visualization,
Nice.
realization, whatever.
You certainly took it all in. Now you mentioned a
Oh yeah, I did.
couple minutes ago about movies. You visited some classic movie locations on this trip, didn't you?
Oh yeah. I
Tell
mean,
us about that.
I've always been a movie a geek, or I love it. I love watching movies, and I do a lot. And there's some places like for example like Monument Valley where all the Western movies were filmed. This is like when you drive through there, for sure. Back in the West, they had the horses, but now when you drive through there with a truck, it's like driving through a movie. And also, you mentioned Seattle. Seattle, all the movies and the music from Seattle. This is also something. And Alaska, for example, Into the Wild, the movie Sean Penn did about the life of Chris McCandless. I went to some areas where this was shot, and actually met one guy who also like who's living there and who was in chats with Sean Penn before and during the shooting of the movie. And I don't know. There's so many more. Maybe if you're thinking of one, just ask me because I also post about these locations, but maybe I'm forgetting one now. But because it's so many. For example, Stand by Me, the movie from the Stephen King short story that was filmed in California, and that was great. Like by there's this bridge where these boys were walking over when the train comes, and I was camping right down under that bridge, and there was you couldn't sleep there without like a tent or a camper. There's no building, no hotel and something, and this is also. I really camped at these spots, and this is great. But did I miss a movie that you know
No,
of that
actually, that was
we're talking about? Or
that was the one that came to mind. I remember that one. And for those of you who aren't following him on his social media, the links will be below. Jack
cheers.
does a great job of chronicling where he goes and what he does, the people he meets, and the images he makes. So for
Thank
certain,
you.
you should be following along. So the new album is Alaska. Um, what is the theme of this album? Is there a theme to it? Is it texturally different than Tennessee? What are some of the things that make this album, the new album, different?
Oh, it's totally different, kind of. But because first. Tennessee was recorded in the Cash Cabin, Johnny Cash studio, and I recorded it with his son John Carter Cash, and John uh, uh, like put together the band. So this is a full band record, the Tennessee one, and but I'm when I'm touring, I'm usually like entering the stage alone. I love to play solo acoustic stuff and solo acoustic shows, and Alaska, the new album is more like a solo, even just some songs have just my voice and two guitars. So it's really it's simpler, like in instrumental wise. So there's no drums or whatever. There's some percussion for sure, and I played every instrument on this album, so different than on Tennessee. And there's some piano, some guitars, some bass, some percussions, and my voice. So this is first thing that's different, and I recorded it on the go, where just where I've been. I recorded some parts of it in Alaska, out there in the wild, in this camper where I am right now, and in some other places, also in hotel here in Germany, and other places. So all over the place, totally without big equipment. So just one mic. If so, sometimes it's been just like a mic that's built into the laptop. So very little equipment, but it sounds corny, but with all my heart. So it's really that maybe narrows it down to what this album is about. It's by far my most intimate and personal record. I've the lyrics are very personal, even more than on my other albums. So this is maybe the thing, yeah.
So is it safe to say that this is your Nebraska?
Yes, right. That's a good thing. Yeah, I love that album. Yeah, that's safe to say. Yeah, yeah, that's a good thing to put it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it sounds very DIY. I've heard a couple of songs, One by One. Tell us the story of that song.
One by One is about laying down my own demons and trading them into new chances. That's also a line in the song, and that's pretty much what it's about. It's like going day by day and trying to work on the stuff that puts you down, and to erase that and find new roads, even if it's an actual road, or even just like metaphor for that. And that's pretty much what this song is about. So yeah,
Now,
getting rid of the bad stuff and looking forward and trying to trade it into good things.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now, the other song that I've heard is "Thank You." I don't even know where it falls in the order on the album, but is that a nod to the past or a look to the future, or is it a love song to time?
It's pretty much all of that. It's especially the first two. So I just released the video to that, and the video is packed with stuff from the last 20 years, and like stuff from my very first band. We were called Addicted, with a question mark, and stuff from this time, so way back then, and it's really, like the title says, a thank you to everybody who was and is listening to my stuff, and who's been following along and traveling along. So this is pretty much what the song is about, and it also has like a kind of farewell feel to it, but I'm not saying really not saying goodbye for good. I'm um I'm curious about what's gonna happen, where I am heading next, because I want to do some changes or whatever, but I'm not sure where all this is leading, and yeah, let's see. I mean, it's the song is it's got everything in there, like really like a thank you, goodbye, let's change something, let's look forward. So this is where it's also looking into the one by one song, like getting rid of stuff and looking forward. And I don't know, but it leaves it leaves the future pretty much open, and this is why I'm like trying to find the right words, because I maybe don't I don't even know what's next, what I'm planning to do next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely filled with sentiment. It's
Mm-hmm.
definitely filled with appreciation and a bit of mystery too. So it's a
Yeah.
great song.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate
So so we'll have links in the down below so people can purchase it. I think they can get a CD if they still have a CD player, right? They
it.
get a CD of it digitally. Are you gonna do vinyl this time again?
On this album, I'm not sure yet. I'm planning to, but I haven't done it right now because I'm releasing something else also. So I didn't want to have like too much stuff now to put out there, because, like I said, this is where I'm living. So, and sure, I have my publisher who also has the stuff and puts it out in the stores, but still, I'm on this time even more. I'm planning to doing the orders myself, because I love to I just ordered a book of some other guy, and he's shipping them out, like signing them and shipping them out by himself, and I love this. And I'm just I've been just working on my new online store on my website, and from this, for the first time ever, you will be able to order CDs, and the vinyl is from Tennessee album, from my website, and not you don't have to buy it from Amazon or whatever, so that the guy doesn't doesn't get married in Venice again.
Yes, you don't want to contribute to Jeff Bezos's next wedding, is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I mean,
So
he can do whatever he wants, but still, I love to have when people have the opportunity to buy stuff from the artist himself. So and this is also where people can buy it, and like you said, some a lot of people don't have a CD player anymore. Me, for example, but it's still, you can stream it, you can download it, and but when you want to have something in your hand, and this is the new album, and it's I always make sure that I put a big booklet in there with pictures and the lyrics and everything, and so it's not like it's not just the CD. It's more. It's kind of piece of art. So and this is when people come to my live shows, they buy the CD even though they don't have a CD player. They stream or down or whatever, do the album, stream it on the internet, and like buy the album to read the lyrics, to go through the pictures, and to have something that feels and in their hand, and it is not just like air, right? So
yeah, I know art
this
is
is why
something
I'm still doing CDs. Yeah.
yeah, well, art is something you experience, and a lot of times the tactile piece of it
Yeah.
can be the most
Exactly.
important. Being able to
Hmm.
physically hold on to something. Speaking
Yeah.
of another
Absolutely.
something, it's well documented on your social media that you're also passionate about your photography. You
Hmm.
have something else coming out as well. Why don't you tell everybody about the other piece they can own from the Jack McBannon collection?
Oh yeah. Like you said, I love photography, and this is what I'm the part of my photography is getting bigger and bigger. If you take like music here and photography was here, and it's getting bigger and bigger in my mind and in my daily life and everything. And I released a book before in 2022, and now I my new book's coming, and this one. It just arrived, and it's called also Alaska, and this is I wanted to make sure that it fits the album, and it's called Alaska. It's a 300-page book, and it's just about the 2 months. So it's January, February in Alaska. It's got like pictures and everything, and yeah, I mean, it's too much to hold. I don't want to do the QVC like the channel, like the shop channel, and so the ding
Home
ding ding
shopping.
with a like now it's just like this. But yeah, this is what's also coming out. I will open the web shop, what I was telling my online shop in the next days, and people can pre-order the book, and it's coming out in December too. But I will be shipping it beforehand so people get it. I will be shipping worldwide. So because maybe it's also like with Christmas and everything, right? Some people want to order stuff beforehand so they make sure that it's there then. And yeah, this is a big project I've been working on for the last a lot of weeks, to put all the pictures I took in Alaska in the funnel, and the best came out and down there. And then it's not just pictures, it's also I wrote some stories, what about my travel up there, and yeah, it's a traveling companion now. So yeah, I think it will be good for people. I think it's a good thing to travel with me, or like get inspired and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are a lot of musicians who kind of struggle these days with the fact that being a musician just isn't being a musician anymore. It's being a creative, right?
Hmm.
Totally different term, and um, having to have a creative output that may or may not be in line with who they really are, what their passions are about,
Right.
and it's more of a chore. But for you, it's more passionate than that, and it's something that you produce a lot of.
Yeah, and absolutely. And for me, it's having something like I can hold in my hands has always been like a big goal when I'm releasing stuff. So, and now that music doesn't have that much anymore, it was clear to me that I don't that for my photography, I don't just like post the pictures and that's that. Got to be a book, and because it's like you said, times are changing, but it doesn't just have to be just in the internet and whatever, and just like because it gets more value if you like go through the pictures or go through the songs when you hold something in your hands and you have it's not just air and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's definitely something to be said for having something that you can enjoy repeatedly, in the quiet of your own space without having to be connected to the rest of the world, for sure, for
Hmm.
sure. Um, so are you? I'm curious, because this is your second English language album, and for those of you who don't own his original albums, before the transformation over to Jack McBannon, when his music was primarily in German, you should definitely give them a listen. What's been, since you've made the transition to singing in English, from your German audience? What is their reception of you making that transformation of yourself?
Oh, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. It's I mean, there's still some who tell me after the shows that they also love and miss my German stuff, and I'm I didn't ban them, so the songs, not the people, the songs. I didn't ban them, so I might do shows where I'm like doing a whole German song show, whatever, and I sometimes mix them in, but I mean, I don't know. The thing is, I do what feels right to me, and this is also a big part of my art. I don't do stuff because people like they demand it or whatever. Maybe demand is a wrong word, but because I wanna feel what I'm doing, and I didn't feel it anymore with the last German album I didn't really feel it anymore. So I had to change something, and so I did, and that feels right. It still feels right, but like I said, I don't know what's next. Maybe there's another German stuff. There's some German stuff coming up. I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. It's not like doing some ad stuff. I really don't know. I mean, I released a German song earlier this year with a music video I did in Seattle, and I did that, and but the my German audience really loves, really also loves the English stuff, and yeah, it's not like this or that. It's all in between.
I'm curious, for your German audience that comes to your shows and you communicate with, who followed your adventure through America. What was their response to that? Did they share stories where did they watch it in awe? Did they wish they were there with you? What did they have to tell you about your experience that they witnessed?
Oh wow, it's totally different with anyone. It's not just this reaction or this reaction. It's this and this and all the in between. It's but there were people were writing, oh, it's great to travel with you on travels we cannot do right now because it's Germany and the States pretty far away. You cannot do that for a weekend or whatever. And this is what a lot of people told me and wrote in the comments or whatever. It's great to see that, and I've seen that they're f- following along, and this is pretty awesome because I mean I gotta add, I've not just been traveling through the States. It's different when you live in some place like this and travel in a just in a truck without like big hotels or whatever. And this is also makes it more interesting, I guess, for people to follow along. Mm-hmm.
Well, it definitely is a different way to live for sure as a nomad in a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Especially a pickup truck that is much larger than most vehicles that are driven in Europe.
Oh
You
yeah.
stand out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you're.
It's not that big compared to the States, to the trucks in the States. It's normal, I guess. Then, but here in Europe, it's bigger. You're right. I mean, I was just in Switzerland for a couple of weeks working on the book, and there it's pretty big. Yeah, the truck compared to the small mountain roads that are down there.
Well, that and wasn't there a challenge you had in a parking garage?
Oh yeah, and yeah, I got some pictures where I'm parking, and it's like 4 feet, like longer than the parking spot. So and now with the camper on top of it, I cannot really go into a parking garage here in Europe. It's they're all like 7 feet, maybe 7 feet high, and like the clearance is 7 feet, and it doesn't work. I mean, in the States, it's got to be like 8 or 9 or 10 feet clearance, right? And we don't have it here.
Well, look, we're going to have all the links below. everyone, if you've experienced his music before, you want to get the new album. If you haven't, you need to support him and this adventure he's on. Especially given that he's not sure what comes next, and maybe if there's a big outcrying for this album, maybe we'll get another one sooner than later. I want to kind of wrap things up though with a story you told me, because you were on about a year and a half ago, and you had just released Tennessee. And we were in the early stages of this podcast, and you got some unexpected feedback at one of your shows when you were performing from someone who drove a fair amount of distance and really isn't even from the local area, because they saw you here. Tell everyone that story.
Yeah, I was playing in Berlin. And there were two people. I guess were they from the States or from England? I don't know yet, but they heard and saw the podcast, and were coming to my show just because of the podcast, and I loved that. I told them right away. They came to the after the show. They came to me and bought a vinyl and whatever, and told me they were listening to the podcast, and this is something that really like blew my mind, because it's so great to speak with you. It would even be great to speak to you without like it being recorded, but that people are listening to this, and then listening to wherever on this planet, and coming to Berlin, where you are like streaming this from Texas, and this is awesome. And I also had I think there were on this show there were the Americans, because there were also people from Sweden there. I don't know which one did I tell you were the ones who listened. Do you remember that? Because I'm not 100% sure which if it was the people, if it's been the people from the States or Sweden. I don't know right now.
I don't recall. It's been a while, but it blows my mind that
Yeah,
even in the early days of this podcast, when we just had a few listeners, it created a reaction, and that was kind of the launching point for other people seeing reactions from appearing and just kind of hanging out on the hang. So it's
absolutely, man.
definitely the power of getting the word out there. My friend, this has been great. I hope you come back to the States sometime soon. We had some wonderful times hanging out, doing some
Definitely
stuff,
will. And love your sweater, by the way.
Thank you.
That's great. I love it.
Thank you. This is the Dear Jack Foundation, and for those of you who don't know, it's near and dear to our hearts. It supports young people with cancer, and pretty soon we're going to have somebody from the Dear Jack Foundation on to talk about it. And if you're a friend or a fan of Andrew McMahon, then you absolutely know what Dear Jack is about. So, and you know what? I'll be honest with you. I was going through the closet, and it didn't even dawn on me that that's what I did. So, serendipity as is. My friend, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Be safe out there on the road on your own. And I look forward to great success. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us, and do us all a favor. Be good to one another. Be peaceful to one another, and come back and join us again soon. So bye for now, everyone.
Thanks so much. Bye. Cheers.